What are you muttering there? Stubborn brat. How dare you argue when I've had my say? Do I or don't I have unquestioned sway over you? Or are daughters, by your lights, allowed to trample on their father's rights? Who makes the law here? Tell me, who, in your opinion, knows what's best for you? Oh, but to warn you now, this infantile defiance is bound to stimulate my bile, and if you drive me to my last resource, you'll soon feel when my arm has lost its force. In other words, Miss Mutineer, be wise. Forget this nonsense and accept the prize I'm offering you. You think I've no idea what sort of man comes with it? Moliere is well provided for a private fortune. You could ask for more. These 20,000 ducats you'll inherit are yours for love, provided you can spare it. Who cares about his faults? Whenever he attained is worth its weight in gold. The boy's a saint.
Alas!
Alas! What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I hate alasses. You should make a scene, my girl, and rouse my blood. Very soon, you'll sing alas at a different tune. No wonder your head is filled with love, stupid obsessions. And you read this trash day and night. It's up to correct your morals. Fling them in the fire before they wreck your morals, as in truth have undermined so many of our youth. You should get hold of books that deal with good behavior, stressing the examples of our Savior and of our statesmen. Thoughtful books of saws, precepts, and proverbs, common sense, and laws. Learn them by heart. Best of all is the one called Sinners, written by a Spanish nun. I'll teach you how to live, and to correct your failings, and to pick up some respect for me.
Father, how can I forget I'm engaged to Leilene? If I let you talk me into this, I still defy your orders. You selected him, not I.
He's a pleasant fellow. But who needs him when someone comes along who supersedes him? I simply fail to see how he competes with all that wealth. His looks mere conceits. But good old gold has its peculiar charms. It flattens opposition and disarms all criticism. Yes, I know you don't happen to love Valère. Still, that won't stop you from marrying him. A husband becomes acceptable sooner than you'd suppose. For love is the fruit of marriage. Oh, I'm a fool to plead instead of laying down the rule. Enough of this! From now on, you will give way to all my wishes. Listen and obey. Your new fiancé will be coming here this evening, and I expect you to appear grateful and gracious, with a smile that plainly tells how much you welcome him. Or else.
If someone came to me and said, I insist on giving you this man, would I resist? Instead of find my guesses, I'd rattle off at least a dozen yeses. Your brother's tutor, who is far from dense, last week was saying something that makes sense. Women are ivy, and... No, he wasn't bluffing. Pull it away from tree trunks and it's nothing. Separate women from their men and they're finished just the same. They're useless and diminished. I can confirm these words. They're true to life and borne out by my experience as a wife. God took my husband from me, as you know. While he was still alive some years ago, you should have seen me. Young and gay and fresh, rosy complexion, sparkling eyes, firm flesh. Now look, I've turned into my own godmother. Why, to keep warm at night, I have to smother myself in blankets. But I well remember how I could fall asleep in mid-December without a fire. Take my word for it, men are what you need in bed beside you when the winter breaks, or to give you a squeeze and say God bless you every time you sneeze.
But how can you tell me to betray Lily and break my vow? What will he think of me?
Lily's an idiot for staying abroad so long, if you ask me. I find it odd you don't hear from him. Why not be smart and realize he's had a change of heart?
That I will not believe. There isn't a trace of falsehood in his soul or in his face. This noble mouth, this brow, this honest eye. How can I think they would ever lie?
He does look faithful and sincere, it's true. Maybe you're right to love him as you do.
And yet I can't. Help me.
You dropped the painting. Madame, stand up! You've slumped! Good heavens! She's fainting! Quick! Someone! Anyone! Madame!
I am Nicole! What's wrong?
My lady's dying!
Is that all? The way you screamed, I thought it was mysterious.
I'll get some water and people to assist while you support her!
Woman! Wake up! Are you dead or just delirious? Oh, she doesn't answer. She's going all over. I'm afraid it's death. Wait. First, I ought to listen for her breath. Well, I'm not a doctor, but I almost swear she's breathing still.
What's going on out there? My husband is in her arms!
She's almost gone. It's wrong of her to let herself press on and try to make her higher spirit when everything is so nicely set up here. Oh!
No sign of him. I call it animosity to flit like that and foil my curiosity. Now I'm convinced he's up to something. What? The little I saw explains a lot. At last, I understand the freezing glances. I get an answer to my chaste advances. He's saving his embraces for some younger acquaintances, while I, poor woman, hunger! They're all alike, these husbands in captivity. give them their freedom, and they take a liberty. In the beginning, they're all steam and fire, kisses, and poetry. But soon they tire and leave us on our own. It's obvious they're giving others what belongs to us. Let's modify the law till it allows a wife to change her husband like a blouse. That would be wonderful, and I know quite a few other husbands who would like it too. What's this? Jewel case from someone's pocket. Charming. No, it's a locket. I'll look inside.
Dead! She had a spell of witness. In 5 minutes she was well. Is that my wife?
A miniature? How neat. He's handsome, and the painting's very sweet.
What's that she's looking at? Oh, my soul portrait! Oh, I don't like this rigmarole. An ugly thought that struck me. A suspicion!
The workmanship's a marvel of precision. Some lady got this gift, and now she's missing it. It smells so fragrant, too.
Good God! She's kissing it! At last I follow!
Oh, it must be ravishing to have a man so bold and brilliant, lavishing attentions on you, bending to your whim. I could be tempted by the likes of him. Oh, why don't I have a husband of this stamp in place of my old hulking brute?
You tramp! I find you standing right outside of our house, dismantling the honor of your spouse, and gather from your language that you drew the wrong card. I'm not good enough for you? Well, pray, who ought to carry you off? What would you prefer to marry? A more funny man than I? Unthinkable. A straighter carriage? Spirits more unsinkable? A loftier brow with thicker hairball? A face and shape more clearly made for love? I, for whom a woman pent and sighed, thousands of them. But no, I'm only soup or fish, and a appetizer for the second dish.
I can understand this raving and abuse. You think you can pretend?
I've got a thing in my hand. No lawyer need more than the evidence of your misdeeds.
I warn you, don't provoke me anymore by adding trumped up insults to the score. I'm keeping tabs on you. But first, I'll take my locket back, and then you
Can't break your neck! Oh. I wish I had hidden my clutch and not this picture.
What for?
Well, nothing much, my lad. I have no reason to complain. I thank you from the bottom of my pay. So here is the darling of the bed, the spark that lights your hidden flame, the head that topples hot, the hitching who, the rich who that just, oh, no, I see.
Why does this drunken knit with rage and shout?
You know very well. If this gets out, I'll lose the name I always proudly borne. Kids on the street will call me Mr. Horns. I'll just thrash you without hesitation, if only to uphold my reputation.
How can you rant like this in front of neighbors?
How will you reveal in these randy capers?
What capers? Please inform me. Be explicit.
It's plain as day. I wish I could dismiss it and smile courageously, as if it were a gag to wear a pair of antlers like a stack.
First, you insult me with the worst offense a man can perpetrate. Then you incense me more by acting angry and by starting to invent affairs that I have taken part in. How fitting for the uncrowned king of knaves to tell his spotless wife she misbehaves.
Impudent woman, when you played Ottie, no one would think you were naughty.
Go, chuckle to your mistresses. Caress them. Promise them pleasure. Worship them. Possess them. But don't attempt to toy with me. That's my...
Oh, I'm getting back. I'll make a total line.
Now that we're safely home, monsieur, I'm wondering if you'll explain one little thing.
What is it?
Are you made of stone or steel, not to give way after that long ordeal? For 7 days we rode the clock around, and nearly drove our nags into the ground. It's shaken me so badly that I feel as if I've had a session on the wheel. That's not counting all the aches and tension in one part of the body I won't mention. Yet, here you are, alert and looking bright, without a wink of sleep, without a bite.
The ride was worth the effort. I've been dreading the news since I was warned about the wedding. I love Silly so much. I must discover how strong her feelings are for this new lover.
Yes, but to get you in the proper mood to check on her, you need a plate of food inside you. Then, sir, if the mood is bleak, it won't be such a strain on my physique. I find myself, when I haven't eaten, the slightest misadventure leaves me beat. But when I've had a decent meal, together with something wet to wash it down, I weather the roughest storms of destiny. So, stuff your stomach, sir. Too much is not enough. And if you want to shut out troubles, line your heart with 20 brimming mugs of wine.
I don't want anything.
Growing thinner each second. Can't I order you some dinner?
Not now.
My master's rules are so unjust.
I'm worried sick. I couldn't eat a crust.
I'm worried and I'm famished. This affair is getting to be more than we can bear.
Then leave me to myself. Don't be a pest. Go on and gorge your fill and take a rest.
My master's rules, I say, are so enlightened.
I ought to look for her. No, but I'm too frightened. She seemed in love with me and gave her hand. Now, her father promised. I don't understand.
I got it back! Now I can inspect the ugly dog who wrecked my wife and life. I don't know him.
How did he come by that souvenir that I gave Sally?
Poor Sganarelle, your dignity's been degraded too badly for him to be reasserted.
Before I left, she took that gift to serve as a pledge of love.
Oh, my name will be immortalized in verse as Sganarelle the Steer, or even worse. The world will point two fingers in my face to show how low-born women bring disgrace.
I could be wrong.
Destroyed before my time. Oh, Jason, you've soiled me in my prime. A monkey-featured juvenile has marred my splendid image. I am forever scarred.
No, I'm correct. It is the portrait of me.
He's watching.
No, I'm sure she doesn't love me.
What does he want?
I have to get this straight. Pardon me, I'd like to see. I'm curious to know how you acquired that portrait, which I noticed you admire.
You curious? Well, now I think I see what on his chest. No wonder he was eager to converse. Is it? Or to be accurate, he's hers!
Would you be kind enough to tell me where?
I understand your question, and I share your trying circumstances. This portrait of you, and I must praise its likeness, came from somebody you knew immoderately well. A lady who cannot contain herself! And though she mentioned your name, she didn't mention your deeds. But to be frank, I wish you would refrain of seeing her and putting such a strain on the sacred bonds of marriage.
You mean to say that you're her husband and she's your...
Yeah, my wife! Thanks for your comment.
My God! Her husband?
Well, I am human. I like my marriage. But now, if you'll excuse me, I'll tell her father!
How could she refuse me and pick this lumpy creature in my place? The rumors did him justice. Can she face the memory of when we swore that oath of loyalty? Did it apply to both or only one of us? I have to fight to win her back if only I spite the vixen! This outrage to my pride, combined with the exhaustion of the writing, it comes as a blow. It's a wave of violence breaking over me. I feel my body shaking.
You're unwell. It's lucky I arrived. You almost fell.
Must have been the shock. A sudden malady.
Won't you accept a little hospitality? Come inside the house and rest. You don't look strong.
Very kind. I will. Not for long.
Sympathize, my boy, with your dilemma. Aren't you rather anxious to condemn her? What you have told me so far hardly leads conclusively to proof of her mistakes. These lapses on her part, although I judge it's hard to grant, as evidence seems scant.
You mean I have to catch her in the act?
Don't be too rash. Investigate each fact. You should come to see how she got this gift. And if she have really met this man. Be patient. And if your impression's confirmed, I'll see she pays for her transgression.
That's sensible advice. I should proceed with care. It's not unlikely that I see too much into one incident and feel too vividly. Those hearts were almost real. As for that miniature that made me quake, who knows? It may even have been a fake. So with an open mind... Blood doesn't matter. The portrait doesn't matter anymore. Here is the original, in high relief, and in my house!
Your rest was much too brief to let you get your strength back. Won't you stay?
I'd better not, madame. I have to pay a visit. And I thank you for your help.
His mouth is full of gallantry. The whelp! He's noticed me? He never dared to speak.
How could she give herself to such a freak? No. I must be logical and tame this pointless hate. He's not the one to blame. Rather, I'll envy him a love so rare. Oh, lucky man. Your wife's beyond compare.
That was clearly put. He didn't mix his metaphors or color doesn't fix. Their horns are coming back. I'm right with shame. Hey, listen there! You haven't played the game!
I'm sure that was Lely I discerned. It's strange. He didn't tell me he'd returned.
Oh, lucky man. Your wife's beyond compare. Better beyond my reach! Now what? Am I supposed to fold my arm and let him go? As if I had no qualms? Oh, it isn't fair. I will have to watch them practice this deceit. He swamped the woman off her with feet. At least I have to stand up on his hat or money up his stroke. I'm knocking flat and bend. Appease my fury and my grief by telling everyone he's a thief.
Excuse me, but I wonder if you know that man who left a little while ago.
My wife's the one who knows him, madame. Not I.
You seem to be agitated. Why?
Let me suffer since in a lament, and let me suffer to my heart content.
But what, monsieur, has made you so distraught?
Oh, if I'm distraught, madame, it's not for naught. I challenge any man of any station to be more cheerful in my situation. Before you stand the model of all men, whose honor has been overthrown. But that my honor hardly counts, beside the shame of having been deprived of my good name.
How?
Let me speak with all respect, madame. They made a cuckold out of me. Today, with my own eyes, I have to watch them and their fugitive enterprise.
The man who just...
Yeah, that's Philanderer. My wife's in love with him, and he with her.
My intuition was correct. I guess this secret visit meant some cruel jest at my expense. I trembled when I saw him spin about at my approach and withdraw.
Don't take my part so personally. Others have much less heart. Some people I spoke to thought me soft. And instead of showing me sympathy, they scoffed.
No punishment I know is too severe for this abominable act! This sheer dishonesty! Don't think I'll forgive you for it ever! You're unfit to live! But could it happen?
Well, it did to me.
How can a man behave so villainously?
Darling,
For you, my evil friend, the flames of hell
torment touch my soul.
I hope you don't imagine these pleas, these useless imprecations will appease my anger. Never! I intend to make you suffer, and I know which steps to take.
May heaven protect that girl from every danger. How moving when you come across a stranger who bleeds for you. Now, after that attractive display of wrath, I can't remain inactive. No man should try to keep his temper down under such blows unless he's but a clown. I'll comb the city for this hangman's bait, who, in provoking Sganarelle, tempts fate, and teach the scoundrel with one deadly stroke not to make cuckolds out of Palestine. So now, the fellow has a fierce, trigger appearance. It suggests that he'd disfigure my back as gladly as he did my front. Oh, heart! Oh, lips! Oh, weapon! Big and blunt! Oh, I loathe these cure who are quick to take offense. What I prefer is peaceful men of sense. I never fight for fear of retaliation. My greatest virtue is my resignation. Yet, my honor whispers, do not blench, be brave, insist on taking your revenge. My honor, let it bow, let it rise inside my head for all the good it does. Suppose I play the warrior and launch a wild attack, and suddenly my punch is right through like a piece of sharpened steel, so that the whole town can hear my dying scream. Tell me, my honor, what you will be worth when I'm laid in that damp and healthy earth. So, I conclude that honor gravely warps my judgment, better a cuckold than a corpse. Who cares about deception? What's the harm in it? It doesn't wound your leg or arm. For the blame of the fool who first inflicted honor upon mankind, and then restricted its exercise to cuckold weakly lives, rather than to their double-dealing wives. Penalties are for criminals, not for innocent bystanders. What would you do, honor, if you were in my position and saw your wife cut loose without permission? It's time for somebody to put a halt. When she commits the crime, and I'm at fault. Isn't there enough disaster that befall the average man? I couldn't list them all. Squabbles and lawsuits, hunger, thirst, disease, follow in an endless freeze, the pattern of our troubled lives. And yet, that extravagance rears itself somehow. A false alarm? Of course! I stamp on it. I shake my fist on it. That exists. At least I ought to feel consoled by knowing that I am made in the same mold as all my fellow husbands. For the fact is, adultery is an awfully widespread practice. Isn't the wise man then he who stifles his rage instead of fighting over revolt? Well, people may say that I'm stupid, but no! I looked more stupid dangling from a sword! feel the circulation of bile within my belly. The obligation to win my own back burns me once more. Where is that crook? I even up the score. Let him beware as I stare at new strife by telling everyone he's sleeping with my wife.
Yes, Father dear. Whatever you decide will suit me perfectly. You be my guide and sign the marriage contract. I accept its ruling as my law. Now that I've kept my former feelings in control, I find that you have my best interests at mind.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. That sort of talk. Oh, I could skip for joy. No, some try to gawk and grin at me. How to express my pleasure, my parental tenderness. Come here, my darling child. Give me a kiss. Ah, I don't see there's anything amiss in such behavior. Fathers should be proud to kiss their girls. Never mind the crowd. Oh, how well I brought you up. Such tasteful breeding. You've made me 10 years younger just by heeding my wishes.
That's a turnabout.
I'll cite my reasons and you'll say I was right.
It's very possible.
That rogue lately! My so-called love has been deceiving me. He crept back home with none
But
but
look, he comes.
Before we part forever, there are some unpleasant matters that I have to broach.
You dare address me? Let alone reproach?
In case I've spoken out of turn, I should apologize. You've made your choice. It's good. You're worthy of your husband, I don't doubt. Respect his love, and shut my memory out.
Yes, viper! I'll return his love and treasure the hope that will give you great displeasure!
But why this fury in your voice and eyes?
And why the show of innocent surprise?
Walk on warfare! Blood, battle, and screaming! Slain corporal who desecrates my image!
Now do I need to answer an accusation? Look there!
I'm looking.
Doesn't that confuse you?
Not at all. You should be the one to blush.
My rage is rising in a steady rush. My courage, mounted on its mighty steeds, goes forth to fight. There will be fearful deeds when we catch up with him, and Sganarelle dispatches him and mercifully to hell. Across his rim, I throw him.
Who is your enemy, monsieur?
No one.
Then why these weapons?
Oh, they are my protection against the weather, if you have no objection. I must kill him. Let me just be brave.
What?
Oh, I said nothing. Slave!
The sight of that poor creature ought to prey on someone's guilt. That's all I have to say.
It should indeed. I look at him and think, in wonder, at how low a girl can sink. How she can make a mockery of love.
For 1 gram of courage.
That's enough! I'll hear no more. You're insolent and cruel!
See, Sganarelle, she backs you in the duel. Master metal. Summon all your vigor. Swell up even bigger, my body. Now! Stab him when he's the weakest. In the back!
Take each word I speak as an attack. Therefore, I'll pretend Then I'm satisfied and voice nothing but admiration at your choice.
Yes, I'm delighted too that it's arranged.
Why not? Defend it since it can't be changed.
Of course she should defend it. Don't the law, monsieur, prohibits actions such as yours? If I were not a gentleman, with most restraint and most, these streets will run with gore.
I fail to understand your question. How, monsieur?
Please, notice this decoration on my brow. Your conscience and your natural discretion should tell you that my wife is my possession. You trodden my resistance intact. That's not the way a Christian ought to act.
Your fear, monsieur, is foolish and unfounded. But don't stop there. Continue it. Compound it. I know she's yours, and far from being jealous.
Traitor! How do you invent new lies to sell us?
What? You suggest that I could entertain one thought that might give this poor fellow pain. You really do believe that I'm a traitor?
Ask him. Ask him, he'll give you all the data.
No, madame, don't stop. Don't. I like the way you cried. It's good to have you on my side.
I'm not the type, madame, who bears a grudge, nor would it be correct for me to judge your motives. But I won't be brushed off lightly. I see what's going on, and it's unsightly. Your heart should have more noble a design than capturing the heart that should be mine.
That declaration isn't very clear.
Slut! Who invited you to interfere? She came to my defense. Don't persecute her. You are frightened to lose your suitor.
Madame, I cannot say I envy you. Well, was I lying? Now you'll admit it's true.
I'm more perplexed than ever.
I wonder if we'll ever reach the ending of this tiff. I've stood by patiently and tried to swallow it down. The more I hear, the less I follow. Perhaps I'm the one who ought to put things straight. Speak when I tell you to. You others, wait. In simple language now, how has she hurt you?
I have no doubts at all about her virtue until I heard the rumors. I sped back here at once, praying I'd been misled. My overwhelming passion carried me home within a week to find her married.
Married? To who?
To him.
To him?
To whom?
Who told you that?
He did.
Well, I assume that this is true.
I just said that I was the husband of my wife.
I thought, because I found you with my portrait in your hand
Yeah, he is.
and heard you reprimand on my life. You said that the woman was your wife.
She is. Without that locket thing, I wouldn't been aware of her affair.
What? My affair? I stood there in the street and found the locket lying at my feet. A little later, when this man looked ill, I made him go indoors to rest. But still, I didn't recognize him at the time.
I dropped the locket when I swooned. So I'm responsible as things turn out for all the fuss. You took me home, if you recall.
You see, you'd still be shouting viper, traitor, if it were not for me, the mediator.
Did this happen to us or did it not? Oh, for a while my forehead felt really hot.
I'm not convinced yet that my premonitions were altogether false. I have suspicions.
In that case, I propose you a lasting truth between us, where I have more to lose than you. Let's trust to each other to the full.
Agreed. But if you slip, beware the mole.
Heavens! If this is true, what have I done? The consequence of one distracted moment. Thinking you had broken your marriage vow and gone back on your token, I took revenge by consenting to a sure to spend my life regretting. My father has my promise, I foresee. But here he comes.
He'll keep his pledge to me. Monsieur, I have returned, as you will note, still deep in love, still ready to devote myself entirely to Celie and prove that I am worthy of her hand.
Monsieur, you have returned, as I well know, still deep in love, still ready to devote yourself entirely to Celie and prove that you are worthy of her hand, and so I am at your service. My reply is no.
Is this, monsieur, the way you keep your oath?
It is, monsieur. My duty makes me the oath to break my word to Celi's new intended.
Your word to Molie was easily amended.
Daughter, you swore to me you would abide by my decision and take me as your guide. Malere will be here. Oh, well, here's his father now. Come to make it. About the wedding plans, I take it. Lubrican, what brings you here without warning?
New information, which I learned this morning. It cancels our agreement. For my son, who was supposed to wed Celie, has done what none of us who are close to him suspected. For 4 months, he has been the undetected husband of Lee. I can't annul the match. She's wealthy and well-bred. A splendid catch. I've come to ask you.
Okay, it's ended perfectly, and we'll start reconsidering immediately. Let me reveal that long ago I said I would give this young man to Celie. And I wouldn't dream of having any son-in-law but him. Full of honor and other attributes.
A handsome couple.
Thank you, monsieur. May you thrive for making me the happiest man alive.
We'll set the date. Everything is decided.
What man ever looked more of a cuckold than I did? Yes, looked! For this example, prove that it's vain to trust appearances, however plain. When all the evidence, as you gather, adds up to one conclusion.
Don't believe it!
Yeah.